Brew with me. I'm Caroline Stallone, and I'm gonna brew my first beer ever right here on the craft. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a Belgian IPA, and you're gonna get to see the whole thing right here, you guys. I'm so stoked. We're gonna enjoy, we're gonna learn, we're gonna create, and you're gonna see the makers creating their craft. Come on, let's go.
What Fritz wanted to do in first making porter and then making Liberty Ale was reintroduce styles that had fallen by the wayside.
That looks really good. You guys want to toast again and smile? Steam beer was different.
So steam beer, you know, that beautiful caramel color and
it was reddish in color and sweet.
Character because of the open fermentation, because of the way we make it here, and
once brewed on
rooftops, sweetness and just plain delicious, right?
Plain delicious, you betcha.
With
Sure
open
is.
fermentation.
And then we get to go down and see that open fermentation, don't we?
Yeah, that's our next stop.
I can't wait to see that.
This is what makes steam beer so unique. The fact that we ferment in these open fermenters, and you can see we're filling one right now. And what Kevin's about to do right now, right there, is pitch in some yeast.
We began our journey at San Francisco's Anchor Brewing, where steam beer was first made in 1896. The grain is cooked inside elegant copper kettles before the yeast is added, turning it into beer. In the 70s, Fritz Maytag wanted to make a more hoppy beer. He changed the process and the IPA was born.
Fritz basically invented the method of dry hopping by using these bags and shoving them full of hops, and then this goes in the tank.
I didn't realize how few of us there were. You know, I mean, I had Edible Magazine, I'm sure you know who they are. They came out and they're like, oh, we want to do an article like on female brewers. I was like, oh, cool. There's probably going to be like 20 women in this thing. There was 2 of us.
Alewives traditionally managed the business until the men got greedy.
You know, if you look at the history, they say that technically these women called alewives were the first women to start brewing beer. They brewed it at home. Their men took it out and shared it. The men realized they could make profit off of it and therefore took over the industry. I've had to stand up for myself 2 or 3 times.
Walking through the shipyards, all you hear is angle grinders and welders and, you know, this life of just industrial fabrication. So my wife realized that I would come home and not talk for half an hour, and as someone who loves to talk, that was a sign that I wasn't thriving.
No, that one's not moving quite.
So she gently asked me then what I'd do with all the time, money, and energy in the world, and it really kind of set me free. I got to imagine a totally different life, and I was drawing kind of a picture in the middle of the night, and it was this picture of this farmhouse with kids and bees and mead and this future that we ended up creating.
The first time I met Frank was in the meadery at, I think it was one of the anniversary parties. And he was one of the most energetic and passionate people I've ever met in my life.
Every continent, every culture pretty much had a mead tradition, and a lot of them were just forgotten. And so with mead, we get to remember them, and we get to bring people back together, and we get to celebrate like that the sun's light collected by the flowers, turned into nectar, collected by the bees, turned into honey, collected by the beekeepers, turned into mead, made by the mead makers.
And then that turns into the spent grain. That's what we feed
So then after that, we'll take it out, I'll put it in buckets, and we'll feed it to the sheep.
Yeah.
We don't really follow style guidelines super closely. I'll take kind of a classic English porter recipe and then change the yeast out and add vanilla to it to make it a little lighter, easier to drink on a summer day.
Yeah, temple of the hop.
So from the boiled kettle, it goes to the fermenters. Here's where the boiled grain, called wort, cools to room temperature.
68 degrees, and we'll put it in the fermenters.
Beer making actually begins in the fermenters. where yeast turns sugar into alcohol. Farm to Table isn't just the buzz at Starby Buffalo Ranch.
Amy and her team work tirelessly and with intention and consciousness to do organic, sustainable ranch. She understands what she feeds the animal, helps the animal to have a good quality of life, and then when that animal in turn goes into our bodies, how that translates into how we feel, it's a really beautiful thing. And then we're going to work with Amy and Starby to do hops and beers, right, in the future. And I think that'll be really important. We've got to support her farm, and then they make amazing hops. And we get to have that come into our beer, the same sort of love and attention.
Our dinners pair different plates, like monkfish liver mousse and buffalo steaks, with Second Chance San Diego beers.
Us giving back to organizations that are rescuing dogs from kill situations, all of that is doing a little part to make a difference in the lives of animals and the lives of people. And it not only makes me feel good, but it of course has positive impacts on our business. And we don't have that high turnover that a lot of other places do because people want to stay here.
Some of us are shifting perspectives and going vegan.
So we're really different here. You know, our staff knows how the beer is made. They know what's in it, so that our growing vegan community can come in and comfortably know that they are making a choice that lines up with their ethics.
But whenever we do have a beer that's not going to be vegan, we're going to put it on the board as, you know, we're not going to put the little V on there.
Yeah, we haven't made any yet. All the beers we've made have been vegan, and all of our guest taps are vegan. We have we have one cider on tap that has honey in it, so that's technically not vegan. So we write on there non-vegan. We want people to know what's vegan and what isn't.
And then you also have this pink egg. It's a pickled pink egg.
Yeah, pink pickled eggs. I think that came initially from Steve, who spent some time in the UK, and behind every bar there was actually a nasty old vat of old pickled eggs. But we wanted to do a more California style with, you know, fresh, nice eggs, and if you put some beet juice in there, they turn bright pink. And the pickling recipes is my grandma's.
Oh,
so.
how cool. That, oh my goodness. Oh, that thing is beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful? Yeah. So these are all different house pickled veggie recipes.
Oh my gosh. Seven Sisters Brewing gives sustainability top priority.
We really care about the environment every way. We compost like crazy. We feed our spent grains to college students who are raising goats to pay their way through college. We do stuff like that all the time, okay? So it's like a very low waste facility. And as part of that, we've tried to become much more sustainable in the types of foods that we offer.
You have a huge party going on out there. Tell me what's going on here today.
Today we have our 7th anniversary.
Awesome.
So it's been 7 years.
7 years.
We all had day jobs. We worked on the weekends after work. We worked from Friday night all through Sunday, went back to our day jobs and did it again.
And you said all, so this is a partnership, right?
It is, yeah. So it started off with myself, my brother, and my friend Joe.
We love playing for people that are drinking beer. I love beer. You think they're people? I think they're people too.